Hey everyone, it's Katrina with the Good Love Project, and today is day 15 of my 30 days of medibation. It's turned out not to be exactly 30 days straight. I've had a few interruptions, but I'm still going for the full 30. So, finishing what I start. So, I'm halfway through my 30-day challenge, my 30-day video series on which I am doing a daily practice of medibation. So that's meditation plus masturbation. It's a solo Tantra, solo sacred sexuality and self-love practice. And so I'm doing a session with myself once a day, and then coming up here on Facebook Live or on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, and sharing my experience. So today I took the last 2 days off for the holidays. So I hope that you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving or Day of Gratitude or Turkey Day, whatever you call it. I hope that you had a great holiday. Hi, Travis. Medibation. I'll say it one more time. Medibation is meditation plus masturbation. So it's solo tantric sex. It's a personal practice of mindfulness and pleasure. And I've been doing it for the 15 days now. And I've got 15 more to go. So, yeah, I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday. I had a good holiday. I cooked a big feast and had family over. And it was great, except that my baby girl has had a cold for the last couple of days, and now the rest of the family seems to be getting it. And it's interesting. I'm with her the most. I'm still nursing. She cuddles up with me the most. I'm a mommy. So, but I have the least amount of symptoms, and I really believe that this practice is a good reason why. So I decided to today's video is going to be a little bit about the benefits of medibation, about self-love in general as far as health benefits. And I decided to focus specifically on my health and healing my body, fighting this cold, because cold and flu season is starting. So, some studies have actually shown that sex, whether it's partnered sex or solo sex, actually does have health benefits and can help boost immunity and even fight the common cold. So some of the ways that this works is that there's a variety of different theories and different studies that have been done over the last couple decades. Maybe I'll link some studies below for those of you that like to nerd out the way that I do. One study found that regular sexual activity increases immunoglobulin A, which is a type of antibody. So that actually increases your immunity, strengthens your immune system. This isn't going to help you if you already have a cold, but could help you stave one off during the winter, during cold season. I do want to remind you that while the common cold is not technically considered a sexually transmitted illness because it's not passed through sexual fluids, it is passed obviously by kissing and canoodling and being all snuggled up with someone. So while you may raise your immunity by increasing the sexual pleasure in your life, if you're hooking up with folks who have a cold, you are putting yourself at risk for catching a cold. So use your common sense, folks. Other findings that are really interesting, or this is really interesting to me because I'm just a nerd. There's a study that found that stimulating your adrenergic receptors, which is the same way that like Sudafed works by stimulating your adrenergic receptors, causes vasoconstriction. So it causes your blood vessels to constrict, and that's how Sudafed relieves congestion. Your post-orgasmic period, your body naturally does the same thing. So you can relieve some of your congestion by getting off a couple times. Nice, right? Like you needed another excuse. Also, of course, when you have an orgasm, you release oxytocin. We're hearing a lot more about oxytocin. It's the love hormone or the bonding hormone. It has a lot of different jobs. But when you have an orgasm, your body releases it, and it can help you to have more restful sleep, which of course sleep is important. So maybe try skipping the NyQuil for a night, and try some self-love before you go to bed and see if that helps. Also, oxytocin works as a pain reliever, so it can help to soothe some of those body aches and pains, the neck tension that usually comes with a cold and your headaches. So, interesting stuff, give it a try. If it doesn't work, it's certainly not going to hurt, right? So for my practice today, I really wanted to focus on bolstering my immune system and continuing to keep strong as cold season is setting upon us and as the cold is waging war on my household. So I started with some pranayama with some yogic breathing exercises. I started with Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing, and then moved to Kapalabhati, which I've mentioned once before in an earlier video, Kapalabhati, or skull shining breath, skull polishing breath. Similar to breath of fire, except that it's only an active exhale and then it's a passive inhale. And I'll leave links for this. I really should just do my own videos on them, and maybe I will over the next couple days. But Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, is when you cover one side of your nose and you breathe in and out, and then you switch and you go back and forth. So this stimulates the Ida and the Pingala, which I mentioned in my chakra videos, the two energy channels that wind up the center of the body. So it's nice for balancing the hemispheres of your brain. As far as when it comes to fighting colds, though, it is detoxifying, and it also, because of the way that you're breathing, it stimulates your lymphatic system, which is a part of your not your nervous system. It's part of your immune system that helps to just clear toxins and gunk from your body and just get rid of the different like wastes and viruses and whatnot. So started with pranayama, Nadi Shodhana, Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati also stokes your Agni, your internal fire, so it kind of like got things heated up a little bit, warming up my body, which is nice when trying to fight a cold. And then I went into my practice, so I focused on a clitoral orgasm, and I really focused on like just deep breathing whenever I had that urge to kind of hold my breath and lock down. And we've talked about this before. Instead, I breathe into it. And so, and even like exaggerating my breath almost. So moving my breath and the air through my body helps to keep my body loose. So as I'm having contractions exactly where I want them, around my clitoris and my clitoral legs and in my vagina, but then keeping the rest of my body soft and relaxed and allowing it to really breathe and breathe deeply, and like deep belly breathing. So my diaphragm is getting involved. And then that, of course, is then pulling that orgasmic energy up into my lungs, into my throat, into my nose, and focusing that on healing and strengthening myself against this cold season. So, how am I feeling now? Well, before I started, I was feeling a mild congestion headache, just a little bit of like achiness around the brow area, like upper nose. So mild congestion headache, slightly runny nose. I was running for the tissues and kind of a little tickly sneezy. After, it's really easy to breathe. I can completely breathe through my nose right now. My head is totally clear. The slight ache, tickle that I was starting to feel in the back of my throat is gone, and my body's feeling really relaxed. It's interesting, I'm feeling both relaxed and energized, but not energized in a jittery, like I need to run around kind of way, but just comfortably aware in my own skin. So I'm feeling energized, like I could go do other things right now, but I could quite easily go to sleep too. I could lay down and just quite comfortably drift off into dreamland. I'm not going to, because I'm also feeling quite hungry, which might be partially post-orgasmic munchies. It's probably also just because I've running around a lot today. So, oh wow, I just got so many loves. Thank you, Majid. Thank you so much. So on that note, I've got a fridge full of leftovers that I am going to attack before sending myself off for a very nice, restful, and easy to breathe sleep. So thank you for joining me tonight, and keep an eye out for cold season. Drink plenty of water, take your vitamins, and get your self-love in. Hi, Carly, I love you. Hi. Get your self-love in. Now you have another excuse because it's good for you. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can get the rest of this series and all my other videos. And until next time, keep on good loving.